200.
I turn to Amrith and I say,
Um,
nice shooting, by the way. You actually, like, I didn't say it as an insult, I'm like, you killed many orcs today.
I did, my friend, I did.
So I turn to the leader and I say, do you have any notion about where the orc leader was keeping his foul hoard? He robbed us some days ago, and we know that there's been much wealth taken that needs to be redressed and perhaps put to use helping rebuild the town. Do you know where it would be?
Let's double check,
Yeah,
make sure
he-
the orcs are all the orcs are taken care of first, right? Or do we know that?
He said
there
that.
may be scattered sentries about.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
not sure.
Okay. Have we
Okay, Orin.
did we search?
So Orin,
You can-
Orin walks out silently.
You can say that.
I know, so you guys are talking, I didn't want to interrupt.
I jumped in, yeah.
Yeah.
Orin walks out.
Did we search the rest of the dead orcs here, or did we only check out the leader's body?
Orin just checked out the leader, and the elf leader says, I can't thank you enough for helping save my people, and even you are not even gray elves. In fact, you have a human and a half-human in your ranks. I do not know. We must think of an appropriate reward.
My name is Durian, and I give him a big bow. Durian.
Durian, pleased to meet you. I am Lorazai.
Got a name here.
I am the lord and chief of this village.
Yeah, so about all the money that the orcs have been, co-opting the youth to steal from passers-by.
Yes, they have been robbing us of much of our wealth as well. They've sent some of it along with their sentries. We will certainly need much in the way of funds to rebuild, but as I said, we will find something to appropriately reward you for all that you have done here.
Larius, that is all that we could hope to want, and in fact, serving your town is... Did I get this name right, by the way?
Lorazai.
So I say it right. So I say Lorazai.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to pronounce it right if I don't actually get the spelling of it.
Sure, I got it.
Yeah.
Continue.
My lord,
That's fine.
Lorazai, serving the people of this town is reward enough for ourselves, but we've made some promises and have broken away from our charge that we should be guarding to
Nonsense.
rescue the town.
We will, as I said, a reward will be forthcoming, but please, you must rest.
Thank you. Is there a place that you have ale or wine? My head is hurting like the dickens.
Oh, God, that's going to be a pain.
He kind of
Lorazai.
chuckles a little and says, "We have elven wine, though. If you have a concussion, I'm not certain I'd recommend that. But you're certainly,
I'd recommend it.
you are certainly nice."
So I attempt to do a little jig, and I probably trip and stumble a bit. And,
He kind of holds a hand out, grabs you by the shoulder, and says, "Come, come. I will lead you on, and come, all of you." And
well,
he kind of beckons you on.
All ye faithful.
Yeah. At this point, one of the priests comes in, along with Tarius and Nephany, and they start tending to the guy that was nearly killed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
By the way, you can let me know how long it takes me to get back there after I get my shield.
You passed Tarius and Nephany on the way. Say anything? I mean, you're carrying
I
an
say
orc
that
head
there's-
bloodied as shit.
He just nods
I
as
say-
he walks by.
I say,
Actually, the priest stops to heal you.
sweet.
Oh,
You're getting a lot of handouts there, friend.
Yeah, I say thank you, and I say I'm gonna put this somewhere to ward off the other orcs.
The priest kind of stops you, and he's like, not in front of the temple. Up by the road. Up by the road.
Yeah, I was planning to do that.
Please
then.
don't take that into our
I
temple.
wouldn't desecrate a temple like that, my friend. times, I say.
Thank you.
And,
I appreciate
Like,
that.
I literally, like, put the head on the road or something, just facing the orcs would come in.
Yeah, you're going past where the orcs would come in, so you could leave it and pick it up on the way back or something.
Does Corlon the Rethian bless Amarith with anything special from these priests and villagers?
Does he?
Anything
You can feel feel the warmth of your god's smile.
Ah, damn.
What do you have on your little icon, Durian?
My head hurts.
How much did he? By the way, how much did I get healed for?
2.
I'm at 5.
It was a very low roll.
That's it.
All right. Cool. So you all do your thing. Orin, you recover your shield, and stick the orc head out by the front road that you guys came in?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So you do that. Lorazai leads you guys to... where would you go? You actually go to number 4 on the map, which is kind of a, like... It's actually a bathhouse / tavern type deal.
I'm liking where this is going.
Yeah. Well, they have, like, there's a natural steam spring there, so they built kind of a bath house, and then attached is it's not so much an inn as a tavern. There aren't, like, they don't get visitors, so there aren't rooms to rent.
Is Tarius and Nephany with us?
No, they're carrying the unconscious guy over to the temple.
I guess
I ask Lorazai if there's anything we can do, or I don't know, maybe out in the streets. I think I would do something more like, once we get outside, I would start calling in Elvish and say, "Townspeople, you're free! Durian and his men have freed you."
Oh, God damn.
So you say that, and Lorazai's like, just we want to make sure all of the orcs are captured.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, then allow us to run a sweep of the area.
I'm going to
Excellent.
trip Dorian.
Roll to
Being
hit.
obnoxious.
Roll to hit.
roll the trip.
Roll an
By the way,
attack.
You hit me in my head.
am I back yet?
Melee attack.
Wait, are you tripping or hitting him?
No, I'm not
Okay.
gonna.
No, I don't say the part about Durian's men or anything like that.
Yeah, I say,
Okay.
as Durian starts, like, Durian, let's go do a sweep first before we dance.
Good thinking, Caben.
So,
Alright, so you guys sweep around.
and I guess we're going to buildings and, like, talking to the elves that are in there, like, did you see any orcs around here do you know of?
Yeah.
Blah,
You
blah.
start talking to people, and they pretty quickly tell you that they saw a pair of orcs run off into the woods. That they had seen the orcs approaching, and apparently, you know, they ran off after something happened.
Do we know which
Probably
direction?
when you killed them later. That away.
That away? Alright.
I would assume that they're long gone by now.
Were they carrying a treasure chest looking thing with them? A box, you know, with a lock and maybe that...
They say they escaped with nothing but their weapons.
Cowards.
Well, I guess we'll have to talk. We'll hear the story about how your town got under attack, because they might have been doing this under orders. Actually, well,
You're
I won't say
sweeping the
anything.
area, so you're not. It's just the two of you.
Yeah, I just kind of say that to Durian.
Amaranth.
Am I at 4 already after getting my shield, or what's going on with that still?
Are you what?
Am I back with everyone else? Like, am I back with Amaranth and...
Well, you wanted to do the head nailing thing too, right?
I didn't nail the head, I just left it on the middle of the road, facing. Like,
Okay,
I didn't put on a spike thing, I literally just, like,
Pike
had
it.
pointing in a direction.
Okay.
No,
Like,
take
pikes around.
a javelin and pike it somewhere.
You know what, fine.
Yeah,
I
you can
grab one
grab
of my
it.
arrows, I break an arrow, like the
arrow?
thing off the end of the arrow, I put the sharp end of the arrow into the ground, I put the thing and it's a mini spike.
It's gonna be so intimidating a foot off the ground.
The orc head is too heavy. The arrow just goes right in the flesh.
He uses his infamous cat bat arrow that he prides himself with. And-
The cat bat arrow that's already broken. Okay.
No.
Fine, I get a javelin and I spike it then. Make people happy.
Okay.
I'm sure there's enough flying around still at the temple.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, you could have like tripped them with it. I don't know if it's being on the ground or on an arrow.
Still think he should have punted the head.
Punted it?
You could play soccer with it.
Just
some
out in the woods.
recreational activities.
That would be pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are, sweeping around trying to find any remnants. It's pretty apparent that that there aren't any orcs left. You get told that they ran away, basically. Townspeople start coming out, clearing away the orc bodies, so on and so forth.
Celebrating, I would think.
You do notice that there were some civilians killed during the battle as the orcs were running, from the temple to the back to the main house. But it was only 2 or 3 people. Lorazai, seems pretty sad that they died, but he's pretty happy. Thinks it could have been a lot worse. So on and so forth. Okay. And yeah, they start preparing a very nice dinner for you all.
Hey.
Sweetness.
Owen immediately goes into the bathhouse.
Okay. Into
So
the
he's
tub.
covered in a shitload of blood.
Yeah. The priests and attendants there, not the priests, but the attendants there help you out, give you clean, fresh towels. They find you some cleaner but slightly beat up ones since you're full of blood. But clean, fresh. They smell nice. You can go about cleansing yourself.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in there.
I'm not going to ask.
No. I'm just he's being very meticulous of
You
getting
need
every
some
single drop of
personal
blood
time,
off.
guys.
Hey, where's
need-
Nephany? Oh no! Damn it.
One goes about, doing
Okay.
some cleaning, not all in the same room and
Uh-oh.
everything. Everyone
I'm back.
kind of
There's
cleans
2 of
up.
you, Kevin.
You're
I
back.
know.
Evil twin! Evil twin!
All right. So you clean up, you guys get ready, and an impressive dinner is laid before you. And yeah, you're joined by Lorazai and Tarius and Nephany and a large group of people, as many that can kind of fit into the tavern. It's not a huge place, but yeah. So there's quite a crowd.
Shoot.
Do I need to read any of that?
No. What?
Oh, sorry.
There's just
All
2
right, yeah, we'll
Kevins
get to that.
right now.
But yeah, so they do a nice dinner, beautifully made. Lorazai does a speech, first lamenting those that they lost, but then thanking the brave heroes. I assume you all gave him your names, at least first names.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
Our brave heroes: Orin the ferocious, Durian the bold, Amareth the fair, and Caben the true.
All right.
With their help, they saved our village and prevented the destruction of our people. For this we cannot thank them enough. And now let the feast be served.
Oh,
They serve you the feast.
woohoo.
Is Dorian going to perform something?
No, I threw up my
Tell-
voice. I'm done
Oh.
done today.
Oh, Durian can't talk. Darn.
What a
I
shame.
can talk, and I just can't. The words are just not flowing in sort of special way.
So you guys go about dinner. Do you, I guess, say anything? Obviously, you're talking to people around. They're thanking you, and people are
Well,
coming by, and
I
know,
ask- I-
many adulations.
Cash monies.
Yeah, I
about
stay
that.
close to Lorazai and ask him questions like, "How long was the town captured for?
Yeah,
how did this happen to you? How many of you?"
Want to know the story?
Yeah. So he gives you some details. The orcs came right around a month ago, and they apparently came in the dead of night using their night vision, and just slaughtered the guards. Took out probably 20 people, guards, strong-looking civilians who ran out to help, a couple of people that just got in the way, and took over the town. And the head orc, whose name was Thogmar, kept asking him questions about the human-elf relations between them and and Elfgard, and kind of asking a lot of strategic questions that Lorzai didn't know about the political situation and so on and so forth. And Lorzai also says that several people overheard a conversation that the orcs were going to take the village and populate it with orcs and use it as a launching point for something.
Oh.
Does Lorzai know where? I asked him, do you know where the orcs came from? Who sent them here? It seems odd that a large band of orcs would make it undetected through the countryside, through lawful countryside.
Yeah, he's quite surprised about that as well. Relays that they're from the Taurus mountain range to the west. And I can pull up the main map.
Nah, I kind of get it.
Yeah, I mean, it's the mountain range that's between Taurus and Palatinus.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, so Oren takes note of that, and after he finishes eating, he actually steps outside for a moment by himself.
Okay. A lot
After
of back
his long
slaps and
time
thank
in the
yous and
bathhouse.
tearful thank. Well, no, he was out of the bath and at, dinner at this point. But you step outside to do what?
Well, he's doing a lot of self-thinking to himself, and he's a bit depressed that he couldn't save all the priests. And he pulls out the axe that he got from the chieftain, and he starts cleaning it, and he's just thinking to himself, a little bit depressed.
Okay, I mean, you didn't have that with you at dinner, but you go back to it.
Yeah.
You notice that it's a finely made, two-handed great axe, and I mean, it's bloody and whatnot, but you can kind of start cleaning it off. Okay. Do anything else?
No, I just express my condolences to Lorzai, and I'm just trying to get a sense of what's going on.
Yeah. We lost many good people. It's between the initial attack that killed nearly 20 of us and the follow-up brutality. It's been rough.
Rough on the young ones too, I'm sure, for what they had to endure.
Yes, and at that point, Nephany and Nephany actually clears her throat and says, "And this is why we need change." And the whole hallway goes a little silent. For the first time, Lorzai looks kind of mad and says, "This is not the time to discuss such things." She continues speaking and says, "This is exactly the time. We had poor relations with the humans, and because of that, they didn't come to our aid." No one says anything? Okay.
I'm not there, but
I'm waiting. Yeah, I'm waiting for team interjection.
I mean, I guess we're not trying to get involved. I'm
Okay.
curious, but I'm not going to speak up.
All right.
wait, how far away am I from this, actually?
You're outside cleaning your axe.
Can I-
You
Can I
can't-
hear this?
No.
Damn.
You went outside to clean your axe.
I see. How mad do I see Lorzai is feeling at this
Well,
point?
mad and embarrassed, they've just lost a bunch of people. Emotions are running high. He looks pissed.
So I stand up as well, and I look to Lorzai and sort of do you mind, basically. Do you mind? Do you kind of like a nod? Do you mind me? I'm not speaking out of turn here, kind of thing.
He looks at you curiously.
Okay, and I say, Nephany, Tarius, the town would not be saved were it not for you today, and I think there are many questions that will go unanswered, but for today is a...
There is no doubt that they are great heroes, says Lorzai, but they are young and impulsive. We've had poor relations with the humans in the past. That is why we are here. We left Elfgard 400 years ago.
I understand, and I think these questions will remain unanswered.
What
Especially
questions,
tonight.
says Nephany. They didn't come to our aid because we didn't have any relations with them. I don't care what happened 400 years ago. I care about what happened today. Tarius also says it's been many years since we've heard from Elfgard. Perhaps it's time to send an envoy.
Perhaps this is a wise choice. By the way, at any point in this, I'm trying to use diplomacy here. I'm trying to
Okay.
like make peace between the
Okay.
two.
Yeah, well, to use diplomacy, you have to say something diplomatic. So go.
Okay, I say
Go.
perhaps Lorias is not an unwise choice after the trials, especially you will have much healing and rebuilding to do in the days ahead. So perhaps this is a wise time, and even youth can show some wisdom.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that line.
I guess I
roll-
mentioned our party consisted of a human and a half human as well. They were here to save you.
He kind of nods, and Durian, roll a diplomacy check, and add.
With that great line, I can't.
Add +5 for you, and another +2 for Caben's wise words.
Okay, so it's
Plus
19.
7.
Even with low charisma.
Yeah, so +16 total.
9. Yeah, so it's 19 total. Still not that great.
It's 19 total.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good.
Could be worse.
Laura's
Could've
eye
rolled in that
nods.
one.
Laura's eye nods.
Could have been a
and
1 and
says-
they just kill Nephany.
Laura's eye nods and says, you were all certainly a great help this day, and I would be remiss if I didn't consider new ideas. So we will speak of this later, though. Today is a time for celebration for our heroes, and he raises his glass at Nephany,
Indeed.
and a time to mourn our losses. And the situation diffuses, and people start talking again.
Okay.
Good job. And Oren, how do you stay out there cleaning your axe all night? Or
Well, if I hear the voices, I still want to come back in. As far as that's
I
what
mean,
it is.
there's been voices like they weren't yelling, so yeah.
It wasn't like a
So,
fight, I guess.
Eventually, Laura's eye notices you're missing and says, "It is time to reward our heroes. Could someone please find Oren?"
I'll go get Orin and I'll bring him inside.
No.
Okay.
Why
Well, he's like talking to an attendant, so
No.
a couple
Oh.
people around.
He might charge back in.
No, Durian laughs.
Yeah.
I see
Durian
a
gets
couple
a
of
good
attendants
belly
coming
laugh.
All right, so Oren, you come back in, take your seat.
Yeah.
Laura's eye gets up, motions for quiet.
Mm.
As to our heroes today, there's not enough we can do to thank them. Our city needs to reconsider its positions and rebuild following our losses. However, we would dishonor ourselves not to reward our great heroes and their efforts today, and a cheer goes up. Not super loud, a sort of muted cheer, but a cheer nonetheless. And Laura's eye motions to some people, and first they carry forth a bag and says, Nephany and Tarius told me that not only did you volunteer to come help us, but you donated 200 gold of your own money to ensure that the orcs were placated.
Yes.
Here we have not only that 200, but another 100 for each of you. And he hands you the bag of gold. 600 gold.
Okay.
Thank
Then
you.
he says, okay. Then, people clap and whatnot. He says, and to warriors such as yourselves, the weapons of war are very valuable. I have something that is of great value to our village, but it would surely be more useful in your hands. And they bring forth, and he unwraps what looks like a scepter.
Yes,
And,
it's a rod of fireballs.
He says, here is a valued magical item that has been part of our village for many generations. I wish to give it and bestow it upon you. It is called the Rod of Ice. Opposite direction there, Durian.
Yeah.
This weapon is reinforced.
Ice balls.
No,
Yeah. So he holds it before the four of you and says, this rod is reinforced to be able to act as a melee weapon, and it also deals extra damage with the chill of its touch. Also, once a day you can slam it upon the ground and create treacherous terrain that enemies will slip on. You can do this with a single word, and he explains how it all works. And there's, again, great clapping in the hallway.
I do like a step forward and kneel to accept it type thing.
You can't really kneel, because people are all pressed in around you.
Well, you know what I mean? I was like
It
doing
would
the
look
pressure.
super awkward. You can totally do it.
I led
But
the
it's
way
like-
over the crowd, and
You know what I mean? Like I was doing it like graceful, like
Yeah.
You could
Right,
bow
accepting
and,
it.
like, you know.
bow to accept.
You're also he's a foot taller than everyone, right?
Yeah, pretty
I'm
much.
6 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, elves are generally around 5
So-
feet, so
so-
you are a foot taller than everyone.
Durian's been talking to Lorazai, so he sees Orn approaching to receive the scepter, and also goes to receive
Yeah,
the
so
scepter.
I was going to
Okay.
give it to you. I'm not
No,
taking
I will roll for side. He hands it to Durian.
Oh.
And I casually like awkwardly.
He was
back.
Durian was just closer, like, you know, he kind of edged close when he saw the money bag, and then, you know, he bestows the scepter upon Durian.
I examine it, and I bow my head, and I hand it to Orn to look at.
All right.
I say it's okay, friend. You may. Like, I
And
was literally
there
just, like,
should
doing
now be
negotiations.
there should now be, I think, a note. There we go.
What
There
about
should now be a note in everyone's journal on the
Rod of
ice.
ice.
Ooh, light
Frigid.
heat.
I like
Yep.
it.
So you have to have the weapon proficiency for light maces. I don't know if everyone has that or not, but
I'm proficient with all weapons. With fire.
Yeah, I do.
yeah. So Durian, you were the only one I was wondering about. So you can all use this. It is a melee weapon. It does 1d6 for hitting with a normal mace attack, and does 1d4 touch attack for cold. So even if you don't hit through their armor, if you still hit enough to do a touch attack, you can do the 1d4 of cold.
Cool.
Then once per day on command, you can create a 30-foot cone of ice on the ground, which works like the spell Grease.
Cool. How do you say that word?
Frigid.
Frigid.
Oh,
Frigid.
dang it.
It's
It sounds like a
fajita.
type of cheese.
Frigid.
I thought
Frigid.
yogurt, actually, when I first thought of it.
Yeah.
Khajiit.
Frigid.
with a little bit of pineapple.
Extra potassium. Yep.
Awesome.
And then it's like the spell, it's a DC 14 reflex save or fall, and then you have to do DC 10 balance or acrobatics check to cross the icy area at half speed. And it lasts for 5 rounds, the ice does.
Awesome.
Okay.
And it affects everyone, so, you know, you guys,
Maybe.
it's icy for you too.
So be careful
But
when
it's
you...
in a cone, right? It's not like
Well-
everywhere around it?
It does a cone on the ground.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So is the ceremony over? Or?
Yeah, and he says, Lorazai speaks up again after he hands the rod to Durian and says, I know it may only be a meager award, but I certainly hope it will be of use to you. I wish we had more to give, but we will be rebuilding for some time.
The friendship of Silvish is reward enough. We will take this
Nice.
and keep us in your thoughts. Perhaps we will send word to us if word comes from more orcs or whatever. We will be in the land for some time. So in the neighborhood.
Yes, absolutely. And
Black-
to our homegrown heroes, he speaks up. Motions to Trias and Nephany. You've shown both great courage and great wisdom today. I officially name you both ambassadors to the humans.
Hmm.
Get the hell out of
We
town.
we will fund and supply you to spread the goodwill of the elves and attempt to receive the goodwill of the humans in return. And everyone kind of claps.
Orin also extends a
I clapped right in the
gratitude
back.
to Darius.
You clap Tarius in the back. He's still, pretty hurt, so that might hurt him a
He's
bit.
like, thanks. Ow.
Yeah, he's like, thanks, Darian. But yeah, there's cheering and whatnot, and so on and so forth, and you guys are offered warm, comfortable beds for the night.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
So I guess when
We are at a little past 11, so I'm thinking we might want to end it here, but I want to know if you guys stay the night or attempt to get back to Elfgard. You're all pretty beat up.
We should
Yeah.
stay the
I
night.
think we stay the
stay
night.
the night.
My spell's
Arthur,
back.
he wasn't expecting us the same day, right? He said he'll wait 3 days.
Yeah, he said he
Yeah.
was hiring someone,
Yeah.
and then if he didn't see you on the third day that he sells, he would hire someone too.
Look for me on the third day.
It's coming from the west. Look up to the sun.
Mm.
He's Gandalf all of a sudden.
Yeah. So before the night actually dies down,
Okay.
I asked Lord. Oh God, like I said, his name is going to pain me to snap.
It's in the chat.
Yeah, no,
Lorzai?
Lorzai.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I asked him if there's actually any skilled bowers or fletchers in town, being our elven race. And I know you guys be quite good with bows. And their crafting.
Says we do have some craftsmen available, but they will be busy helping repair the town. The orcs took and either used or destroyed any weapons we had.
I know. And I was just like, I was hoping to be able to borrow one of them for a small task, and I'd be willing to help fund the town.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
I said I was hoping to borrow one of them for a small task, and I'd be willing to donate to the town.
You would have to talk to them. Depends how busy it would make them. What do you want them to do, Orin?
Basically, I want to see about getting a composite longbow made. You see
That would take over a week of time.
Ah, shit. Never mind. Yeah, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, it normally wouldn't take so long, but materials are pretty scarce at this point.
Yeah.
I'll tell Aaron that we will be going back to a different town very shortly, so you'll be fine.
Yeah,
well,
and Lorzai speaks up and says we will re-equip ourselves with the brute's weapons until we can have them melted down and reforged into proper elf weapons. But we will likely need the armor and weapons off of the orcs to be able to defend our town as we rebuild. I wish I could offer you more. If there's anything specific off of the dead that you wish, simply let me know.
I already have what I wish off the dead. I wish nothing more of it. And I refer to the axe I took off the leader.
Okay.
Okay, so
Excellent.
bedtime for all of us, I guess?
Damn, oh well.
Everyone goes to sleep.
Damn it, I was hoping to get a composite one for much cheaper than what I was going to pay for it.
No, sorry.
I was going to say,
Everyone
you
wakes
didn't
up.
well.
You all gain 1 hit point for
I'm full.
being with a proficient healer. Yeah, you're full.
I'm on 6. Or did I get healed again? I didn't know
Yeah, actually, you get 3 heals from the priests. They're going around and healing a bunch of injured townsfolk as well. You get another 6 plus 7 is 13 plus 9 is 22. You're at full.
Yeah, I'm at full now. Sweet.
Yep.
Da-da-da-da.
Durian's at full. I think that's everyone in the party. The other Grey Elves get healed
Good
as
to
well.
go.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you guys wake up the next morning. You see that Amareth and Tarius are waiting for you as you get up. They're decked out. They're all healed up, decked out in fully clean, studded leather. They have their swords by their side. Tarius hands you back your short bow, Orin. he managed to acquire a short bow himself.
I say thank you, friend, and I put the short bow on my back as I would go in.
Who
Of
are
course.
these two guys down here?
Those are people. Those were their family who I need to delete.
Oh.
We need to delete all these priests.
Oh, sorry. I thought this was like us in the morning.
The priests. No.
My head doesn't hurt anymore.
Nope, your head doesn't hurt.
Yay.
So cool. Therese and Nephany say we want to set out immediately to try and improve the relations between our people and our neighbors. We would love to travel with you if you wouldn't mind.
Not at all, friend.
Yeah, please do.
Love
All
to
right.
have you. In fact, we have.
Consider us. Oh, sorry.
No, go. I was just gonna say that we perhaps have a venture that at least can carry you a couple towns through the land.
They kind of shake their heads and say, I wish we could go with you, but we need to reestablish contact with Elfgard first. It may take some time to convince the lords there that it's a good idea. Lorazai was... I kind of look around. Nephany's like, Lorazai was kind of an ass when he left.
Understood.
He led the exodus. For
So
100 years
Nephine's
ago.
pretty young, if I remember correctly. Like she's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're both quite
They're like
young
my
as elves.
age in terms of.
Yeah, they're yes, right around your age.
So I advise with my years of wisdom. Actually, how old
She's-
is Allison?
She would be at least 3 times your age.
By the way, Orphan Law.
They're like teenagers.
They do look like teenagers, but they're full-blooded
Teenagers in
elves.
terms of elves.
Mm. Well, I tell Nephany, I say you held your own well, and just be firm and patient with the human leaders. They tend to be more rash and quick to anger than even the elves can be.
She nods and says, "Probably good advice."
Damn
And
right.
All right.
I
Very
extend my
inverted.
hand out and say, you're welcome to travel with us, and you can always consider us your friends. If you ever need.
Yep. They both smile and thank you and say this, and the same to you.
And if you need any help in Elfgard, you let us know.
Will do.
Let us depart.
Let us depart, and
I-
you guys depart. You make the walk back to Elfgard.
Yeah, during the walk, I'd like to gather the party around me. A
Yeah, and
gesture.
during the... I was,
Sure.
as we also gather around, I also have something I want to talk to Dorian about.
So I say first of all,
Wait, the party's in everyone or just?
just
I think
before-
not the Grey Elves.
Okay.
Yeah, not to like.
You could ask for some privacy. They
Yes,
would
I
understand.
just asked for some privacy. It's just the four
Yep.
of us.
No problem. They say they'll walk on ahead a bit.
So, guys, that was awesome. We did really well. I do not need to hang on to the mace if the party wishes otherwise. Otherwise, I'm happy to, but I don't know that it would be more useful in someone else's hands.
I just kind of shrug, like I can't use it, so.
You
I
could
said
all
I could
use it.
I mean-
but I'd rather use
Oh, I
it.
could use it. Am I proficient with light mace?
Yeah, light mace is a simple weapon. You're
Oh.
proficient with all simple weapons.
Okay.
Everyone can use it to its full extent.
Well, I guess I shrug and say I think I'm better off with my bow. One of you 3 should have it.
And I say I'm better with my sword. I prefer to use it.
Amaranth?
However,
I mean, I already have a longsword, a short bow, and a dagger. But I mean, I'm not against it, I guess. We should keep it on our hands.
Maybe we should rethink who carries what weapons back in town.
Yeah. I'll hang on to it for now, but I think perhaps Amaranth should hold it.
That's fine. I'm willing to trade my dagger.
I've been getting quite good with my rapier, if you noticed. No, but the second thing I wanted to talk to you about was, screw Arthur, let's take the money and get out of here.
Really?
I look
All
at
of
him
it?
and I'm like,
Yeah.
friend, no, just no.
Well, look at it this way. He's already admitted he's going to deduct the 200 from our final
Yeah,
cut. It's
that-
just getting money
that's
that was going to
why.
get paid to us anyway sooner than it would have. And I don't think Arthur's a bad luck fellow. He hasn't done shit for us.
I'd like to think it's not Arthur, but just us. Like, I hate to say this, but I'm a walking bad luck magnet.
Arthur's hapless. He wouldn't even know that we got into fights unless we told him what happened afterwards.
I guess I'm not opposed to traveling alone, but I don't. It's worked out so far, and like there's traveling with a merchant kind of has a like a story if in this political turmoil land. Like
Well,
I don't think no one's done anything that bad. He hasn't done anything that bad where I want to leave him.
Okay. Well, then how about this? How about we just hang on to the money and say we didn't recover it? It's going to get deducted out of us now, but we get money now instead of having to wait for money later.
Well,
Let's just give him the let's give him the 200 because it's going to be ours anyways, and let's not tell him about the rest of it. Because that way he'll instill some more trust in us.
Oh, I wasn't going to tell him about the rest of it anyway. Had a lot of help he was getting us on this journey.
I can't willingly accept the gold. Sorry, friend.
I'll accept it for you.
You can split it with us, Oren. How about that?
I give Amaranth a big smile, and I'm like, hell yes. But, alright, well, we'll return the 200, and we say that we got your money back and took care of some orcs, and we'll leave it at that.
I'd say that's the best plan.
Also, my
For
friend.
now. We can discuss it in the future, though.
My feet are tired from all this walking, and I like being a hero, right? And we were heroes back there.
Yes, my
That is
friend.
very true.
Also,
Agreed. We saved a great many elves too.
Yes.
I have a task for you as well, my friend.
Yeah?
I actually pull out the great axe. I guess I'm actually holding it in my hand so that I have a thing to carry it. I say, could you mind doing your talents to this axe?
What is his talent?
Well, he looked at the shield before.
We haven't seen this talent yet.
He looked at the shield before. I was hoping he could do it.
Gonna
do
make it
with his
disappear.
axe.
So I go to take the axe, and it's too heavy for me, and I tip over.
It is pretty heavy. It's a big axe, but you can balance it.
So I pick
Some guy
it
in the
up.
chat's making jokes about the axe.
I pick
Are
it
they
up,
really?
and I
Damn it, I
let's see,
closed it.
1 second.
Sure.
So I start to sort of nod and hum, and oh Jesus, come on!
You nod and hum and
Nod and hum,
And then
say,
he just stands there blank.
let the highest fares bidder for 6 months, subject to redemption. The lands of Kiev situate blah 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 blah.
What are you
So
doing
I
in game
chant-
terms?
I chant a limerick, and I will message.
me what you do.
I doubt it's magical.
Okay.
So I
Well,
do that.
Get out of there with it.
That's true. Might as well check.
And I know it's a really fiery weapon.
You find that nobody knows what you're doing.
Shit. That was meant to be a PM.
We didn't see that.
No,
You didn't see that.
no.
I'm not gonna play. it,
I'm really
sorry.
sorry, Darian.
I'm gonna forget about it next week anyways. So
Yeah, it's alright.
I just kind of
remember that.
we're just looking at Darian like, well,
So I'm humming and I'm chanting a limerick, and I say, you know what, Oren, I'm not getting anything from this, except that it's heavy and has some blood on it.
Oh, okay, I'm like, I'm gonna find a magical weapon. But I still take it with me. I'm gonna just sell it.
Okay.
it's a good axe. It's a good find.
Fine. It looks to be a fine make. I don't know much about axes, but you know,
Oh,
it looks strong and sharp, and isn't that what one wants in a weapon?
Well, yeah, if you don't sense anything magical about it, then I can only assume that it's a finely made axe.
Certainly
You know,
finely made.
Surprising that an orc would have it on him.
Maybe our friend, what was his name? Goldoth? The dwarf?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'd have to. Let me
Durgaden?
Durgaden. Durgaden.
The guy back in the last village?
Oh, is he
Yeah.
back in
Yeah.
Pale Garden?
Yeah,
Whoops.
he's-
Yeah.
Never mind. I didn't say that.
Well, thanks anyway. continue marching.
No problem, friend. All right, but I defer to your...
Also take this time to slow down and slap him across the back of the head. For earlier.
Okay, you slap him in the back of the head.
What?
I didn't forget. He was speaking to me in Elvish, something important he would have said in the comments. I already sort of thought he was insulting me and I was going to hit him. I said I'd do it later, not now.
Okay.
Okay. I had saved a limerick that I was going to read for when I wanted to cast it. So the thing I was trying to find was, there was an old man with a beard who said, just as I feared, 2 owls and a hen, a lark and a wren have built their nests in my beard.
Nice.
What the hell?
Alright, so you guys eventually get back to Elfgard. And the 2 Grey Elves immediately say, you know, we're going to go talk to the Lord of the city. I don't know if we'll see you again, but best of luck in your travels. And, you know, Tarius gives you all a firm handshake. Nephany gives you all a kiss on the cheek. And they go about their way.
I guess before they leave, I asked them.
I was going to say, before they go, I would tell them where we're staying at Elfgard.
Okay.
Oh yeah. And then I just kind of say, like, we're here for the next couple of days. If you want us to talk to the humans here, we have a human here that's, I mean, Arin's well known, kind of, right?
He's
a knight. He's a knight. I don't know. Anyways, I say we have a human here in the party. He could talk to the humans here if you need. He can vouch for you, so if they're adverse to you for being elves or anything.
They nod and say, we have a letter signed from Lorazai, and he told us his seal would still be recognized by the lords of the city, though it may take some convincing. I don't think we'll have issues.
Very well.
Years, I think the fine memories are pretty short, but...
Yeah. If you need anything, we can vouch for you.
I hear him say that, and I was like...
It's true.
How old is Arin?
I should get on.
How old is
20,
Arin?
I think I'm 23 or 25. No, I think I'm 23.
Oh, okay.
So
23, yep. Just a kid.
Orin is like a 23-year-old rhinoceros. He gets frustrated and then he charges.
I'll tell you what, when I was 15, I was 5'6". So in the last 7 years, 8 years, I grew another half a foot.
You're sick.
You better get that looked at.
Oh,
Fascinating.
wow. All right.
So I guess we meet up with Arthur.
Yeah, you guys walk in. You actually get back to town probably around noon. So do you go to find him in the market, or do you just wait for him at the Stone Toad, which is the place you're
Stone
staying
Toad?
at? No, there's no D.
Well,
One D, but at the end of it.
well, I seek out a place to sell this axe quickly, and then I actually go to find him in the market.
I just go straight to the tavern. I'm just like, I'll see him later.
Okay. Cool. So you find a place to sell the axe. You find an armory, and I assume you walk in.
Yep. G'day, friend.
Hello, says a dwarf behind the counter. Of course, it's a dwarf.
I have something
How can I help you, sir?
I have something here I wish to get rid of, and I show him the giant fucking axe.
You plop a giant axe on his table.
I do it very carefully.
Well, yeah, I mean, don't just throw it on his table. Yes, he says, this is a fine make. Why are you selling it, laddie?
Oh, I'm a swordsman, not a I'm trying to think of what the technical term would be for someone who uses an axe in battle.
An axeman.
No, it'd be like crap.
You're not a user of axes. This is a mighty fine weapon. I don't mean to discourage you, but I'd strongly consider learning the suit.
It's awfully tempting, but more conversed in the use of the sword and the shield. I prefer to stay that way. Don't give up my shield training.
Understandable. Suit yourself. To get a proper appraisal on this, I'll have to call up a friend. Do you mind bringing it by a shop a few doors down?
Not a problem. If you want, if you want
Yes,
to escort
of course. Here, let me, I'll write you a note quick. Head over there, and he explains where the shop is, and just hand him this note. He'll know what to do.
Okay, so I say thank you, and I shall be back shortly, and I go to where he suggested.
Alright, so you head into a wizard's shop, and he, you walk in, hand the, it's a young woman behind the counter. You hand her the note, and she says, "Ah, yes, may I see the weapon, please?"
Oh, what did he do? So I'm not actually saying any of this out loud, I'm just saying it in my head.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting a feeling that something pretty bad is going on. It's not freaking stupid. He suspects something. But he says nothing.
Do you hand the weapon over?
Yeah, I hand the weapon over.
Okay. Alright, you see that
exactly got suspicions.
she's casting a spell over it, and she basically stares at the thing for like a solid 3 minutes. Do you say anything during that time?
No.
Okay. She finishes casting and writes something on a note, seals it with sealing wax, kind of waves it a bit, lets it dry, and says, "There you go, dear. Have a wonderful day."
Thank you very much, and I tip her some silver.
Okay. Alright,
Like
you
3
tip her,
or something.
you tip
go
her
back.
three silver, and thanks you, and you leave. You head back, and what do?
I give him the note.
Alright, he looks at the
Thank you.
seal, opens it, and reads it, and says, "Ah, alright. Well, I'm wondering how much demand there is for axes this time of year. I mean, honestly, huh?
Sorry about
You know,
that.
what do you think for a starting price, laddie?"
It is axe season, so.
It is axe season.
Well,
It is
well, my
fall.
friend.
I suppose it would be axe season.
I say, well, my friend, I'm obviously just a simple swordsman. I know not the value of an axe.
He kind of smiles at that and says, "Well, laddie, I could probably give you... I could go 600 gold."
So it immediately tracks. I'm like,
It's a rather finely made weapon, I must admit, but I'm not quite sure how much business there is. I mean, it's a great axe. Not a lot of people use two-handed weapons around this area.
I'm like,
It
it's a good
really
offer,
depends
my
on your
friend.
preference. Sorry?
So it's a good offer, my friend. I was just wondering, would you be willing to go an extra 150 more for a solid 750?
Ugh, 750. Oi, I've got to resell this thing.
650, my
I
friend?
I could probably do 650.
I say, done, my friend, and I say, thank you. I actually
Very good.
I put my hand out, I shake his hand, and
Yeah, he shakes your hand, makes a deal, counts out 650 gold.
I say, thank you very much, and I step out. I'm like,
Okay.
what the fuck did he do? As I walk out, and I go see Arthur.
Alright. You
But
see
before
Arthur.
I get to Arthur, I want to do like a couple of mini tasks I said about last week about buying stuff to do my shield black.
Okay, yeah, we can take care of that between sessions.
Yeah.
Alright. Cool, so you go to see Arthur, do you grab anyone of the party?
If no one was coming with me, then I guess not. I just
Okay.
want to let him know that we're back. And that we were successful.
Alright. Cool, he thanks you, and you see a rather burly, rough-looking human dude that's, kind of there guarding, and he says, "Excellent. I will look for you and the group to rejoin me tomorrow in the market, and then we shall head off the next day."
Yeah, and when I say successful, I mean we also got his payment back.
Oh, so do you hand him 200 gold then?
Well,
We
do I
never-
have? We didn't
Well,
ever actually tell if we had it, so.
You have 650 gold. You just sold an axe.
Well, I got something on the lines of was it 150 plus 100 plus 650? I got like 900 gold on me.
You've got a lot of gold.
I'm not going to let him know that. I just
Who
sold
took the
an
money
axe, I'm gonna
bag?
say.
We
I
didn't
assume that-
decide that, so I assume it's split.
Okay.
Yeah,
I assume
That's
you
a
split
good
it.
assumption.
600 total,
Well-
split 3 ways, so everyone got
Yep.
200.
Was it?
I think your math is off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
It was
gave
100
everyone
something.
100 and then
100
200
It's
extra.
150 four ways, but I assumed that we kept Arthur's payment in a single bag because we weren't splitting it because it wasn't
No,
ours.
well, he said it was 100 gold apiece plus 200 gold for Arthur, and I figured he just split that. That's total of 400 gold plus 200, which is 600, split 4 ways. So I figured 200 gold apiece.
That's 800.
Why would he have separated it out? He didn't know what it was for. Like, why would
Yeah,
he
I'm talking
divide
about
it like
No, no, no.
200 each,
Yeah.
800.
200 each
150.
is
You
800.
got a bag full of 600 gold, which would be.
And
Oh,
then
I'm
we-
sorry. I'm doing
gold.
the math. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so
I'm doing the
yeah,
math.
I give him
Just the
200
math,
gold
just
for my
math,
person.
guys. It is
How
12
does that
here.
Sure. Okay.
It is
I give him-
150 apiece. Excuse me.
I give him 200 gold for my person, and I make a reminder that I'm going to get 50 gold from everyone else.
I'm sorry, I completely missed that. My bad. What?
So I give him the 200 gold, and
Okay, you give him the 200
I make a
gold.
note in my mind that I'm going to get 50 gold from everyone else as reimbursement for paying their share.
Okay, excellent.
And then I say, we were pretty beaten up from our adventure, but we'll meet you back in the tavern. And I have an errand or two I wish to do.
Very good. Okay, do we need to play out your errands? In
Basically,
short, you don't have enough time to get a compound bow made. Composite bow? Composite bow, sorry.
would they have some pre-made?
No, that's
Oh,
kind of made
that's
to
all.
order.
And how long does it take a normal person to actually make one?
Probably 3 days. Like, you could have got
But I
it
don't-
made if you were in town the whole time.
Yeah, crap. Okay, so it just means I gotta wait for the next town over to get it.
Assuming
We'll
they
be
have
there for
something
3
ready.
days.
Yeah.
Never mind then. So
Okay.
yeah, I just basically get stuff to paint my my shield black, and that's it.
Okay, cool. Costs you 5 silver.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Cool. Anyone else want to do anything before turning in?
No, sorry.
Alright. Cool. And then I guess as we part here, who has the rod? Durian, I think, was still carrying it, right?
Durian had it
Yeah.
last.
Okay. Alright, well, I think we'll call it a night from there.
Sounds good.
Good job, guys. I was worried that I was going to kill you with the ogre at one point.
We were also worried about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to
did
be
it too.
for
We
that thing.
just kept rolling 1s on damage. It was terrible.
Yeah.
By the way, what the fuck did you do to that axe?
What did I do to that axe?
No, I mean, Durian. You said it wasn't magical, and I just sold it as a magical weapon. I'm honestly sensing magical bullshit.
You
here.
got off, so that dwarf could have taken advantage of you so much more.
Yeah.
I didn't cast a damn thing on the axe.
Oh, fuck. It was a magical axe. God damn it.
Well, you got the price of something magical.
You sold it for
Yeah.
a lot of
You're
gold,
not going to
man.
get a big,
I-
great
I
axe
actually
for
think,
600
like-
gold.
I'm
That's
gonna ask about
ridiculous.
that axe when we wake up. So
Yeah, honestly, I thought you, did a JP McDaniels on that axe, where he, transformed the mace into something really valuable for a couple of moments.
Oh god,
Sold
dude,
it.
he's a bard. He doesn't get great spells like that at level
No, but
2.
Not at
I'd
level
imagine-
2.
I imagine, he did some minor thing to make it have, a magical aura or something on it.
wait, so
This wouldn't. Yeah, no. I said I whispered to Travis that
Yeah,
I cast
I'm-
absolutely nothing.
I'm really sorry about that. I
okay.
will
I was
make
just
sure
messing
to
around.
whisper appropriately.
we'll
I feel
metagame
bad.
in the future.
Mm.
Well,
I am kind of curious why you wouldn't cast Detect Magic on it.
Because Orin had just been a stick in the mud about Arthur, and now to like perform some magic for him? Hell no.
Okay.
That was why. I
All
would have
right.
been happy to.
Well,
During
it's
it
gonna
made
be
no
really
difference
great.
to him.
It's gonna be really great with how I will play what happens. That's for next week.
Yeah, I've given you too
That's
much
for next.
information now, but as far as you know, no.
Yeah, Oren, you have no idea about
I
magic.
sort of figured
so-
out that some bullshit happened when I saw
Something
the act.
happened.
Yeah. Okay, wait.
Something
So
happened. You had a very
Don't
generous
metagame.
dwarf for a very ordinary axe.
I missed part of that. He went and got it like magic examined
He
and
got
then
it
sold it.
or he got it detect. He got a wizard to detect magic on it, and it probably said it may be magical or something. And I don't know why a dwarf would offer 650 gold. I mean, you don't have to tell us, Travis, but I don't know why a dwarf would offer 650
Dude,
gold
It's
for
the
something, because that's way more than a regular axe would
it's
be.
the
but
DM
also
Easter
way
egg,
less
man.
than a
That
magical
axe was like
axe.
Yeah.
plus 10 to damage or something. I don't know.
For the plus 10 to hit, people go
Auto crits.
Auto crits or
The dwarf was happy with his deal.
Of course he was. Of course he was.
By the way, how much
no,
is a normal great axe, by the way? I want to just keep this in mind.
How what?
How much is a normal great axe?
You better just start
Much
brushing up on your craftsmanship.
Prices vary.
Prices vary. Start going to weaponsmiths and asking about costs.
I want to go to the shop when we wake up and ask, do you have any axes for sale?
You don't
You
know
can
what shop I
totally
went
do
to, though.
No, I don't.
All right. Well, guys, I do have to get running. That
Yeah.
darn work tomorrow. but,
Okay, so real quick though, we are playing Thursday next week instead of
Thursday?
Monday, right? That's what I have on my
yes.
Google Calendar.
Yeah.
Thursday next week. I am going to the Bears game next Monday. So
That's why. Okay, so
Yeah.
next Thursday at 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. Sorry,
Right.
8 p.m. my
Same
time.
time as normal, just a different day.
yes, normal time. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
can make that amendment easy.
And I'll make sure I send out a message on Roll20 just to remind everyone,
Okay.
Or-
Sounds wonderful.
the Google Hangout or whatever. And I will have experience calculated. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do we have the kill
Yes.
count updated?
No, I was waiting till you finished with the Elven Village to update it.
Alright.
A lot of orcs to kill.
Just curious. Yeah, we
Yeah,
killed.
you did kill a lot.
How
of
many did we
orcs.
kill total?
Thank God they're easy to hit. 'Cause they did.
4,
packed a wallop.
6,
Oh man, we
10,
killed a
11,
shitload.
15.
That was just today? This session?
Yeah. No. That was the 4 of you total. I wasn't tallying. Oh no, I did have Nephani's kills somewhere.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
killed an
Nephany
ogre.
got the ogre. Torias,
Ah,
I think. Got
That ogre XP,
a
man.
couple today. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah. And you are splitting XP then between 6 people, but you took out a ton of ogres, so.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Orcs.
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 Orcs. 1 ogre. Ton
One
of
ogre.
ogres.
If I had known that, I would have said leave Torias unconscious on the ground. He would have had another
Nice.
hit.
Good thing we didn't.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. Really have to get going, but
Mhm.
thanks again. Another fun game. We got a
Yeah,
fun
a lot of
toy to
fun.
play with. We'll see how it goes.
Alrighty then.
Alright. See you guys later.
See you guys next Thursday.
I
Yep.
See you guys.
See
Bye.
you Twitch.
Bye.